Tyler Evans, take your pick. David Villeman, Ernesto Fonseca, Ezra Lusk out there, Mike LaRocco, and the rest of the crew, including number 27, Nick Way. And as I said, Tyler Evans, who is the feature of our Nissan Rider Profile, will be running the helmet cam once again. So Cameron, handicap the field. What do you think as the 30 board goes straight up?
Well, 2-stroke versus 4-stroke. Wyndham and Reed should be an incredible battle, and I think everybody's looking forward to seeing what will happen if Villeman and Wyndham get near each other.
And it looks like the Butterfinger hole shot's going to go to either 27 or 24.
So Nick Way on the 27 bike, looking like he got that hole shot. Kevin Wyndham right to the front past Ernesto Fonseca. And Wyndham going inside, stepping on, and Ernesto going for the big air. We'll see how it pays out in the end. And Villeman in the fray as well, number 12 in the third place.
So it's Wyndham out in front, Ernesto Fonseca, number 24 in second. But here comes David Villeman. And Villeman's going to jump himself right into second. So here we go, folks. Settle in for the long haul. Wyndham and Villeman together again.
Do not move away from the TV screen. These two guys came together last week. It resulted in a 10-point penalty, which is on appeal for Kevin Wyndham. So I'm expecting clean racing here, but multiple lines. Wyndham blowing the berm apart. The whoops will be key here, and Villeman on the run.
Squaring it off, comes underneath, can't get the drive. It's still Kevin Wyndham out in front. Here comes David Villeman. He'll try to get a fast run on the outside. Step on, step off, and look at that. Villeman launching himself.
And he slows up to try to come back to the inside there. Let's watch him in this whoop section. It's technical. After the whoops is a triple single. They need to try to get it every lap.
Kevin Wyndham and David Villeman, if you're just joining us, got together last week in Phoenix. And as Cameron pointed out, it was a 10-point deduction for Kevin Wyndham. He did win the race. David Villeman was shuffled to the back of the pack. But here comes David Villeman, number 12 on the Yamaha, being coached by former champion David Bailey, and he is riding with some of that Bailey style right now.
Well, Villeman with the 7th place last week, but whoa, what do you got there in your screen, people? That is the 22 bike factory Yamaha Chad Reed coming into play. And Villeman, wheel up, back wheel that is in the whoops. Not something you want to do.
The flash bulbs are working in Anaheim, California, and right now it is Kevin Wyndham out in front with 2 Yamahas right behind him as we go back and take a look at the Butterfinger hole shot one more time. The 27 bike of Nick Way, the right place at the right time. He will pick up the Butterfinger hole shot. Watch the yellow bike sweeping down below. Right across the line just in time. Back to racing action, your leader still, number 14. It is Kevin Wyndham, but on his left-hand side, the 2 Yamaha riders. Villeman looking over saying, where did you come from? Chad Reed moves into second place. Villeman shuffled back to third.
Well, Villeman's been on a tear, but the fastest lap so far, the main event of 52.8 by Chad Reed. The riders around him in 53s, and Reed getting just a little bit bobbly there in the whoops, but he's taking a shot here. Now, we got to watch Reed. He'll be, see him scrubbing speed as he goes off there. He will attack at all times, as is Kevin Wyndham, but it seems like Chad always finds that exact traction right when he needs it.
Chad Reed, a relatively patient rider, looking for the inside line right now, just playing a little cat and mouse with Kevin Wyndham. He goes to the inside, Wyndham goes to the outside. Never one to follow. Look at that, he jumps up. Chad Reed jumps right up there. Amazing move. So to still Kevin Wyndham. Chad Reed right behind him, and David Villeman sitting in third. I'll tell you what a great Tissot running order. Wyndham, Reed, Villeman, Fonseca, and Huffman, the top 5 right now. Chad Reed just trying different lines.
And Villeman not giving up. Oh, Chad sliding just a little bit there. And Reed flying into the sand, but Villeman not giving up. The triple section there, so technical. Guys popping over that.
Chad Reed, David Villeman trying to find a way around your leader, Kevin Wyndham. Wyndham out in front. Look at this. Chad Reed coming to the inside. Will he get the drive on him? I'll tell you you what, Kevin Windham has done a masterful job, Cameron. Not only is he getting pressure from Villeman and Reed, but he's holding his lead. Your running order looks like this. It's Windham, Reed, Villeman, and Fonseca out in front at Anaheim, California. We'll be back for more of the 250 main in a moment. Welcome back to Anaheim. It's the 250 main. Your leader, Kevin Windham. In second place is Chad Reed. David Villeman sits in third. Everyone waiting, hoping, if you're a Team Yamaha fan, that Kevin Windham makes a mistake. So far, he is not.
Everybody at home and in the stands here collectively holding their breath. Reed looking for the lines, but at the same time, Villeman coming up on these two riders. Two bikes hardly fit in one spot. Three bikes definitely won't fit.
This is racing at its absolute best. Your leader, Kevin Windham, doing a great job. Chad Reed right behind him, and David Villeman not giving up. This is the section where it looks like Chad is trying to find a spot to jump around him, Cameron. He's just not coming up with the right combination. There he comes up a little short.
Chad misses the double after the sand section. And he misses the triple there. Villeman gets it and goes by. We've been talking about that triple all night long. Very technical after the whoop section.
Well, best case scenario for Kevin Windham. He gets Chad Reed off his back, but now he gets David Villeman. Let's see if those two will go at it.
And you see Villeman coming to that corner. He was sitting on the bike. His seat bounced up and lost some momentum. Gave Kevin Windham a little bit of breathing room. Officially a second on our clock here.
And I don't think there's any riding orders from Team Yamaha about one of these two guys letting the other guy have the lead. I don't think David Villeman, he's being coached by David Bailey. He's not giving up the lead to anyone. And Chad Reed's certainly looking for his spot.
You can see those guys kind of picking different lines in that corner. We'll see if they continue to do that. Villeman jumping way farther into the whoops.
Well, Chad Reed was looking so fast with the whoops, looks like he's going to close it. Here's where he had his problems on the right side of your screen, number 22, Cameron.
It just looks like he's dancing maybe a little faster than he wanted to at that end piece. He couldn't get over the triple as to double-double. Tough break for him, but now Reed back to second place, getting past Villeman.
So during that replay, Chad Reed does find a way to get around his teammate, David Villeman. He took that inside line, and we walked the track. That is the fastest line, it seems like, because the whoops are breaking down just a little bit. Now he goes to work once again on Kevin Windham.
And the last lap's a 53.0 for Windham and a 52.6 for Reed. So Reed again faster on that last lap.
So Chad Reed doing a great job trying to track down Kevin Windham. And tell you what, Cameron, after the first time we came to Anaheim, everyone thought, and look at this, Chad Reed, here he comes.
Windham misses that triple coming out of the whoops.
And Chad's got the drive on the outside. It's Chad Reed. Kevin Windham on the inside. He's got the line. Reed squares it off, comes back in. And Chad Reed makes the pass, and here comes Windham again. Oh, my.
The four-stroke grunting the power out on the inside over the finish line jump. You gotta love it. Look at him dance on the whoops. No mistakes here. Looking for lines around each other. And Reed, will he make it stick?
Chad Reed gets ahead of Kevin Windham. There's a rider down right there. No problem for either man. Unbelievable racing, folks. It doesn't get much better than this. Chad Reed, your new leader. Kevin Windham now in second.
And Windham not getting that triple again.
And Chad's opening up a bit of a gap. This is a somewhat surprising move. I thought Kevin would stay with him, maybe get back in there. And I think Chad's just going to open it up.
He continues to hit his points like he is. We're only halfway through this thing. How exciting has it been? Chad Reed making the moves and keeping it smart, even though he had to go back and forth. I mean, with Villeman just giving the whoopsie drop just a little bit there, and then past Windham. We'll see if Windham can answer back.
Well, Chad was patient. I mean, he looked for his spots. He got it, didn't get it. It just kept coming, and I think Kevin Windham just ran out of moves to hold him off. Chad Reed continues to lead as he gets by number 3, Mike Brown. That's a lap rider, and as Cameron said, we still have about 9 laps to go. As we look at our Tissot running order, it is Chad Reed out in front, followed by Kevin Windham, David Villeman, Ernesto Fonseca, and Mike LaRocco, your top 5. This is the 250 main event from Anaheim, California, and it has lived up to its billing. Chad Reed continues to lead. Can Kevin Windham track him down, and will David Villeman become a factor? Stick with us. We're coming back to Anaheim in just a moment. Welcome back to Anaheim, California. While we were away, nothing major happened. Chad Reed continued to lead. In fact, he's put another half second on Kevin Windham, who continues to sit in second. The Tissot running order looks like this. It's Reed, Windham, Villeman, Fonseca, and LaRocco, the top 5.
Well, really, the guy that's been on the move, Nick Way, has been trying to make some moves in 6th place, but right now it is all Chad Reed, and we talked about earlier in the season, could he win them all? Obviously, Kevin Windham putting a damper on that last week's event, but right now, Chad Reed looking back right on top of his game. Not sure what it was last week with Chad. You know, maybe he wasn't...
Well, he talked about the track, that he didn't like the track. It wasn't exciting. It wasn't challenging to him. Is this track that much different?
You know, it's more technical, but it's still, I don't think any of the riders found it challenging. But the one section that's really been a player has been that triple back there after the whoops. Not that whoop section, but the other whoop section. That thing has been hard all night long for everybody. So we'll see if it plays a factor later on in the evening. But right now, Chad Reed just cruising, styling. He's actually scrubbing speed when he's whipping it too, but I think he's also having a good time. He has an 8.3-second lead as of the last lap on Kevin Windham.
Well, I'll tell you what, I don't want to be a prognosticator of bad news, but those 10 points that they docked Kevin Windham, and that is on appeal, which you mentioned, that really could come into play if we continue to race like this, with Windham getting seconds, Reed getting first. And last year it came down to, what, a 6-point difference between Ricky and Chad.
It changes the whole face of the events, of the tour, the series. I mean, it's so much to make up 10 points.
Right.
It's like finishing 9th instead of 1st.
And that's really what cost Chad Reed the title last year. Ricky was consistent, but Chad had a few races where he just wasn't on his game. Chad Reed, the young Australian, and I say young because it's amazing what this kid has done in the past 2 or 3 years. First, his title in the 125. He makes a smooth transition to the 250, and last year, only 6 points away from dethroning the great Ricky Carmichael. Right now, let's send it down to Jamie Little.
I just got word on Ezra Lust, you guys. He rolled up to the line. He wasn't feeling right. He did hit his head, and he felt numbing going on. But he said, hey, I'm not right. I'm walking off the track, calling it a night. Hopefully he'll be back next week in San Diego.
All right, thank you, Jamie. Ezra Lust only getting 17 laps in, maybe making the wise move. As the white flag is out, we are on the final lap for number 22. Chad Reed, your leader in the 250 main, but it has not been without a battle. I think he certainly knows that he's not going to walk through this whole season. Kevin Windham, David Villeman were all there. Mike LaRocco, Ernesto Fonseca, both were in the top 5.
Well, Chad Reed saluting the fans. He was the guy coming into the season with the injury, too. The shoulder problem. Nice whip there. I love that jump.
Now, he's not scumming speed there, is he, Kevin?
No, he definitely isn't. But Chad, you know, that maybe the fitness could have been a question, but he's just been amazing. And the way he rides the motorcycle is just perfect at all times. And right now it's paying off in gigantic portions for him.
Well, his lead is, as Cameron pointed out, around 8 seconds, so he has time and energy, and he can put on a show for the crowd. He has certainly done his part tonight here in the 250 main. Your winner in Anaheim, Chad Reed. That is an amazing show by that young man from Australia on board the Yamaha. A great performance also by Kevin Windham. He will pick up 2nd place, and he has certainly let Chad Reed know that he is for real. David Villeman will come in. He will pick up a 3rd place finish. And what a great 250 main we have been treated to tonight in Anaheim, California. When we come back, we'll talk with that man after this.